This video is not about how to edit your pictures, but why to edit your pictures. Editing is a very valuable tool for a photographer because it helps you create the picture that you intended to take. Meaning, if you're shooting and the temperatures are a little bit off or the lighting isn't the way you wanted it to be, you can take the picture into software and then adjust according to your vision. So editing your pictures is about your personal view of what you are shooting. It's not about what others want, it's about what you see and you want to translate into an image, and hopefully the viewer also sees it the way you intended it for them to be seen. So yes, we can correct a lot of things like the temperature and the lighting, just like I mentioned before. But most of the time editing, and the reason why you should edit, is to add your personality, add your story, add the vision that you have. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. And I think one of the common things every photographer makes is oversaturate in the beginning, over contrast and stuff like that. But on the other hand, after some time, you will see stuff that you like, and you will edit some things in a very similar way. And out of there, you will develop your own voice. And no, that doesn't mean that all your pictures have to look the same way. I see editing as a kind of handwriting. A handwriting is still a handwriting, but it's so unique to every person. We can also write in different styles, right? So don't limit yourself to just one style. Try to get out of your comfort zone. Try out new things. Even if you see an edit that you like, just try to recreate it and see if it fits you and alter it to your liking. And after a while, I promise you, you will see how much more editing is than just making a picture beautiful. To give you some examples, I took 3 pictures from my recent videos, my POV videos, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I chose to edit them that way and how is this still me even if they're totally different. So the first picture is with my friend Jenny. She's awesome, she's a great model. You can follow her on Instagram, I'm gonna link her channel below. Before we started, I already knew I wanted to go into a grunge aesthetic, and I had a kind of edit in mind, but then you don't know what the weather will be like and how the whole atmosphere will be like. So basically I just knew, okay, I want it to be a little bit grungy, so that's why she's wearing what she's wearing, because we have this wig, this green one. Okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But essentially, when I was done shooting, I looked at the pictures and I saw, okay, we have a lot of sunlight and I can play around with contrast, add a little noise to make it a little bit more grungy and stuff like that. And essentially, that's why the pictures turn out the way they did. I crushed the shadows to give it a more retro look and all that kinds of stuff. I still think if you see a picture from the series, it has kind of my handwriting, but that's a very subjective opinion. So I'm just gonna state it and that's gonna be it. Then for my second, it wasn't a planned shoot. It was me going out into the wild and shooting stuff because it was snowing like crazy. So while shooting, I quickly had the idea to darken and deepen the greens and get the reds down a little and make them more vibrant and dark. So sometimes you get those ideas while you're shooting, obviously, especially if it's not a planned shoot. And that is the kind of mood I do like to play quite often. One of the main complaints I get is your pictures are not bright enough. So, it's like always when I'm happy with it and I'm just like, okay, that's enough brightness there. People still want more brightness and I don't know what's wrong with them. But, just gonna leave it right there. For the last picture, that was something I don't usually do because I'm not someone who plays around a lot with Photoshop. But this is a friend of mine, his name is Alex, he's a great musician, and we had that portrait shoot for him as an artist. So I talked to him and asked him what his vision was and how the CI and everything looks like. And he had this RGB splits, and I love RGB splits. So basically I thought, okay, he has beats, he does lo-fi music, some kind of that. And I thought, how can I take that and put it into a picture? And since he already had that RGB split thing going on, I just imagined that the picture is the song and then the channels will be split and pieces of it will be stripped apart to represent beats and generally notes that are all not really together, but together they make sense. Does that make sense? Was that a little bit too deep? So the main reason why you edit is to give your pictures your story, not the model's story, not the, I don't know, Instagram follower people's story or whatever people want. No, it's about you. It's about your view for the picture. And that doesn't mean you should stop watching how to edit videos. That doesn't mean that you cannot use presets. It just means that you should always be aware what you want to put into the picture and what you want to say with that picture. It doesn't have to have a big, fat, deep meaning. It just has to be authentic. And oftentimes I feel like as a photographer, clients are interested in your work because they like the look and feel of your pictures and they resonate with that and they see that little something that you cannot even explain, and that's beauty. So if you're sitting there and be like, yeah, but if I have client work and they want me to edit stuff in a completely different way, there's just two things I'm gonna say. First of all, if they have booked you, they probably like your style. And second of all, just because they want pictures to be brighter probably doesn't mean it cannot still have your handwriting in it. So yeah, edit your pictures to spread your vision, to show the world what you are seeing. Because we are so individual and so unique in what we want something to be, and art is a beautiful way of expressing this, that it would be a shame if you wouldn't do it. So I hope this wasn't all just confusing. If it was, let me know in the comments and I will make sure to answer. Maybe I will make another video, who knows. I know this was a little bit of a different video. It was just like me talking, not really explaining anything. Okay, maybe a little bit explaining here. So leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're into stuff like this. I will still post tons of POVs because they just, you know, it goes well. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Edit in your own voice. You won't regret it. That's why you do it.